Hello and welcome. I'm Carolyn Hart, the president of Inspire Hub, and today I'm excited to show you how you can build a hub in under 15 minutes using our technology. Our patent pending technology is extraordinary in the amount of speed that allows you to get an entire experience up and out the door for your customers in record time. But before we get started, I just want to give a great big thank you and shout out to Women of True Grit. They're one of our Inspire Hub customers, and today they've allowed us to use their branding and materials in order to show you everything that you need to do in order to build your first hub. So let's get started. There's a few design elements that you're going to want to have prepared prior to your build. I've prepared mine today. There are four of them, and they are the logo. This goes at the top of every hub, and the dimensions are 432 by 80. The next is your icon, and that icon is really important because that's the app icon that gets saved down to devices when your users are interacting with your hub. Finally, you're going to want to have some sliders with the dimensions of 1600 by 900, and don't forget to get those hex codes ready to design and color your hub. So let's get started. When you first start into your builder, that is going to be the place where we configure your entire hub experience. The builder's access is available through a URL. Depending on the country you are in, it is a different URL. So always start off at inspirehub.com, click up to the right into the builder login, and select your country. For today, we are building our hub in the USA, and that's at build.inspirehub.com. Now, the first time you log into your builder, it will prompt you to reset your password for security purposes. Today, I'm already logged in, and I have my grit and Carolyn Hart at inspirehub.com, and I've put in my password, so I'm going to sign in, and that is going to bring me right into the dashboard of our builder. And our dashboard has been designed to make it very easy and quick for you to be able to update content, moderate, and manage your channels and users. So when I first build a hub, the first place I like to go to is into the configure button on the left-hand menu, and you'll be able to see that right there. And then I go into look and feel. And this is the main part that really gives your entire hub its design and its look and feel experience. And it's very easy. And the nice thing about this, it is also allows you at any point, if you want to change the look and feel of your hub for any reason, that you can go in here and just very easily change the entire experience of your hub and reskin it for those purposes. So I've gone ahead and added in the hex code colors for Women of True Grit. This is their brand colors. And now I'm going to add my logo. And it's as simple as selecting logo, selecting change image, and creating and going to wherever you have stored that logo on your computer. And there you see it, it's uploading. And I'm going to say, okay, and that's it. The logo is now uploaded. The next thing is I'm going to put the icon in. This is the download icon that I told you about. It's so very important. And I'm going to say, okay, and that's it. I have now designed the entire experience for the Women of True Grit hub. And as you see, I'm going to come in here, and there it just, boom, it just popped. And now it has the colors and the accents, the logo. And when it was loading, you saw that icon come in, and that is all it took. We are done and we are ready to go. The next thing that I like to do after I've finished updating that is I love to go into creating some post labels for content. Now, on all of the posts that you create, you have the ability to filter it further. So when I know that there's going to be different types of content, I always love to come in here and just get started. Now, in the case of Women of True Grit, they have a few different types of posts that they're putting in. So I'm going to just go in here and I'm going to create a couple of post labels just so I can show you how quickly you can get these post labels completed. And then later we are going to add those into the post that we create. Now, the big engine part of the entire hub, as you know, is the categories and channels that drives all of the content, all of the notifications, and all of the memberships in our hub. It's as simple as going down to the channels and users section and selecting channels. And from here, you can create categories and channels. Now, it's important to remember that categories can have subcategories and as many as you want. And you can put channels into subcategories and categories all over. Now, what I always tell everybody is with great power comes great responsibility, because while we've made it really easy to create categories and channels, it can also get really out of hand in a hurry. But that's up to you to help manage for both what you build for your customers and for yourself. So let's go ahead and create a category. And as you can see, I clicked on the bottom plus button, I selected category. And in this case, I know that the Women of True Grit are creating support groups. So I'm going to create a category called support groups for their women. And then I'm going to create another category that's going to be called Pearl Coaches. And there, I've created 2 categories. That's it. That's all you have to do when you are creating the channels for and the categories for your hub. So the next thing is, after you've created those categories, is you're going to want to create some channels to put in it. So in this case, I'm going to create a channel, and I'm going to create a support group for entrepreneurs. Here we go. And I'm going to choose the access. There's 3 types of access levels. The private channel that allows only those members who are in it to see that it even exists. The membership channel, which means people can see the name of the channel, but in order to see any content in it, they're going to have to request to join, and whoever owns the channel will have to approve it. And the public channel. And I'm going to go ahead and make that a public channel. And that's it. I've now created a channel called Entrepreneurs, and you can see how quickly it just loaded. It's already loaded on the hub and ready to go. And I don't want it at the main. I'm going to slide that up into support groups. And what you'll notice now is that the category, it's switched. Now this category appears because there is a channel in it. We've created a lot of intelligence into our system. So if you have created a category, but there's no channel in it, it won't appear until you do. If you've also created a category and it's only private channels in there, until you are a member of one of those channels, that won't appear either. So we're really working hard to save you time and save your customers time. So now we've already, in record time, managed to create the design of a hub, create the categories, create the channels, create the post labels. And so the next thing that we're going to do is that we're just going to create some content. And so here we go. We go under create, and we're going to create our first post. So whenever you come into any of our content area and you create, and we want to create whether it's a post or an event, you're always going to start up at the top right by selecting you guessed it, the Add New button. And it's going to pop you up a form that you'll be able to fill out. Every one of your posts has the ability, as long as you have access to all those channels, to syndicate across the entire hub experience. So we're going to select it. What channel we would like this to show in? We're going to select entrepreneurs and say, okay. I'm going to say, what is the card style? I'm going to select here. I'm going to select leadership and say apply. And one of the things I want to show you really quickly is we all do this, right? So let's go out, and I'm going to go TED Talk Grit YouTube. I'm going to go find a video. Oh, here's one. I love this one, Angela Lee Duckworth. And I'm going to grab that URL. And all I'm going to do, and I just want to show you this quick little hack. See this button here called Post from Link? If you select that and you select the URL and you press next, the nice thing about this is it automatically populates the entire post with everything you need. Now down here, we have a couple more things. You can select post options, and you can also select modules. And all of the details on what each one of these functions are is available in ihubgo.com, and we have video tutorials for you to watch at your leisure. So now I've created my first post. I have put it into the entrepreneur channel, and I'm going to say create, and there it is, and I'm going to select publish. Now I'm going to come out into our hub, and I'm going to show you something. Nothing's there on the home channel. And the reason is that's intentional because the only place you're going to find it is here in the Entrepreneur channel. Now, if I join this channel, watch what happens. Oh, it's going to make me register. So let's go through the process. All right. So I'm using the social login right now, and I am logging into the hub. I'll just click on there and bring it in. And just like that, I'm now registered, selecting join. Oops, making it accept the terms, next, enable notifications, allow, done, off we go. Now I'm a member of the channel. And now because I'm a member of that channel, that post appears on the home page. So let's do just a couple more things here on getting this entire hub up and ready. So the next thing I always love to do is I love to create some sliders. Now I've already gone ahead and I've selected some sliders here. Let's select the lovely Ms. Edie Hand, the founder of Women of True Grit. She is the one who has come up with this whole experience. She also happens to be a cousin of Elvis. So that's pretty cool and fun. And as you can see, the image is uploading. And there's a few features here that I'm just going to point out while it does that. You have the power to make your sliders just static if you're just wanting to put an ad there. But if you want to, you can select link to, and you can get all of these different options that come up, including you can link your sliders to go outside of your hub, which is really beneficial if you have any brand sponsors or advertisers that you have. Now Edie is now loaded, so I'm going to press save. And that's going to populate the sliders across the top, and I'm going to select publish. And I'll come back over to this hub, and there it is. You'll see that Edie is now loaded. Her slider is up there. And the next thing I'm doing, I'm just going to add in another slider of one of the Pearl coaches that is over at Women of True Grit. Her name is Maddie Simone. And while Maddie is, we're getting her slider loaded up, I just want to show you one of the things that I always make this change. It is a personal preference. You'll notice here that on this desktop version that this window of menu on the left-hand side is open and it's static. I actually prefer my menus to be tucked away when I'm on the desktop. And so I always go through and I turn this functionality to keep it open off. And the way you do that is that you just go under configure and you go under advanced options. And down here, you just select to turn off the left menu visibility and press save. And now you can see that the menu is tucked away. So I am going to just come back into create sliders because the lovely Miss Maddie Simone is now loaded into our sliders, and press publish. And there you go. She has the sliders. And so now we are ready to begin populating the content into the channels that we've created. We already have content showing on the home page, and we have sliders. And that's it. If you want to see the completed Women of True Grit, you can go do a couple ways. You can go to grit.ihubapp.org, and you can also go text GRIT to 55741 to see how to, the whole experience that we ended up putting together for the Women of True Grit. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. We have many more materials available for you over at iHubGo. If you need any other questions about what we're doing and how we're doing it as a builder, you can email us at sales@inspirehub.com or support@inspirehub.com, or give us a call today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.